guys, Christina, Misfit Girl 66 here at Comicpalooza 2013 in Houston, Texas. I'm doing my favorite part of the convention, which is cosplay. So I love to dress up, obviously, and I love checking out all the other new talent here. And so I really like checking out all the custom outfits, just anything you can imagine you can buy here at Comicpalooza. Come check it out with me in Ultness, okay? I have Miss Mariedoll here, who I actually happen to know from Houston. She's a local cosplayer, and today she's got a very sexy outfit on. Tell me about it.
Thank you. This is my version of a Harley Quinn Playboy bunny suit. I found some fan art online that I based this design off, but basically I just kind of winged it and said, like, I think this is what she would wear if she was to be like in one of those Playboy parties wearing her little bunny suit. So that's what I went for.
Very nice. You did a great job. I know you've been cosplaying for a while. Tell me what really got you into it instead of just seeing other cosplayers. What made you want to participate in that?
Basically it started after I started modeling. Whenever I started modeling, I was just doing, just like regular modeling, and then I had one photographer who saw my random costumes that I would wear to conventions, and he said, like, hey, I want to shoot that. And I was like, okay, cool. So then we did that, and I posted the pictures online, and then they just started like being all over the internet, and people started asking me for more, and I was like, I guess I'll take more pictures of my stuff. So it kind of just snowballed from there.
How long does it usually take you to create a costume like this?
With or without the procrastination?
Let's go with without.
Okay, without the procrastination, this probably took me like about 4 days.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I personally love your mace or mallet that you've made here. How long did that take you to make?
This took like a day. It was made from household objects. This was like a wooden stick that was at the house. This is all Ava foam, and then it was spray painted, and these little balls were like these like little foam balls that you can get in the toy section at Walmart, and just hot glued on basically. So it's just hot glue, foam, and a piece of wood.
But it looks great though, so that works out well.
Lightweight too.
What conventions are you going to be going to in the future? Are you hoping to really promote yourself out there?
Yes, I'm going to be at Space City Con. It's going to be here in Houston. It's also a local con. It's going to be in August, so you can just search Space City Con, and it should be awesome. And there's going to be some other cosplay guests.
Today I have with me Miss Jessica of Ruby Dragon Chainmail. So tell me a little bit first about your booth and what you work with.
I started doing chainmail a while ago, and a good friend of mine taught me, and he does a lot of masculine stuff, and I wanted some more girly kind of stuff, and fell in love with it, and decided that if I liked it, somebody else has got to like it, and started selling it.
Do you feel like the learning curve for doing the chainmail was pretty difficult, or did you pick on pretty easy?
Actually, I picked up on it kind of quick. I got bored at a convention, my home convention, which was AggieCon, because I was going to A&M. Had a friend of mine doing it, and I didn't want to study. I was being a bad little girl, and I didn't want to study, so I was like, well, teach me how to do this. And it picked it up fairly quickly, and I have had many people come by. I'm happy to teach other people.
Do you feel like this is a really good crowd to sell to because it's such a variety here?
Oh, this is one of my favorite cons, I do have to say, that I've done so far, namely because there are so many comic and sci-fi and the whole dork crowd, which we are.
You will become like us, or you will be deleted.
And do you feel like, because obviously I know you from the Texas Renaissance Festival, So do you feel like that played a part in you being interested in this style of work also?
Yeah, it all just kind of lends itself. It's artwork, and it's fun, and it's creative, and keeps me out of trouble.
Very nice. Christina here with Ultness. Today I've got actually an old friend, Lana Marie here. Awesome cosplayer, and I've known that you've done cosplay for probably, what, 6 years now?
I believe 6 years.
Okay.
At least that sounds about right.
Yeah. How do you feel like you've grown as a cosplayer?
Well, my outfits, I think, got better.
Yeah.
I think, anyway. I'll let everyone else judge that.
I guess I've never really known this. What got you into cosplay? What made you want to start?
Well, I have a background in theater, and, I was used to being around costumes all the time, and so I was always making them. And then someone came up to me, they're like, why don't you cosplay? You like anime, you like video games. Why aren't you doing this? And I'm like, what is cosplay? And then they showed it to me, and I was like, wow, okay, I didn't know this existed. And then I just got addicted. So I couldn't turn away. There's just no way.
What does it typically take you time-wise to do an outfit like this?
2 weeks to several months. It depends on the costume and how much detail I'm putting into it. I mean, the shortest I've ever done is 3 days, and that's really rushed, and I hate doing that, but, for some reason, cosplayers, we do things at the last minute.
What makes your decision noteworthy when you're picking out a cosplay? What thought process goes into, okay, I want to do this character?
I try to do the ones that I love. Like, I love the character. Like, you have Catwoman. It's something I grew up to. And the details in their outfit. Like, I really love to design. Like, and, something that will also fit my appearance a little bit better.
What advice would you give either future cosplayers or current cosplayers on really perfecting their outfits and also their character?
Take your time. Because, like I said, you want to, you think of it at last moment, so then you think, I need to make this now. Oh no, there's a convention coming up, I need to make this. And then you're rushing, and it's like, if you take your time, then, all the art starts coming through, and then you see things that if you rushed, you may have not seen before.
Well, thanks so much for checking us out today, Lana, and I look forward to seeing you later in multiple costumes.
Yes, thank you.
Misfit Girl 66, your captain for Ultness speaking. I am engaging my thrusters to maximum power. Bleep, bleep, bleep. So today I'm here with Rachel, and she's going to be telling me a little bit about her Star Trek Interactive Museum.
Yes, we are a 100% nonprofit organization working on restoring the bridge of the Enterprise D, turning it into a fully interactive educational museum and video game experiences. The chairs you see behind me are just some of the chairs that we have restored. We couldn't bring the full set with us because of space constraints, but we have our computer panels here. Now, whenever these computer panels are done, they're going to be fully interactive touch screens. You'll be able to explore the Enterprise computer, go to tactical fire phasers, all of that fun stuff. We're going to have battle simulations, and we also want to make it an educational museum for kids to come and learn about astronomy, science, the impact that Star Trek has had, around the world, and with technology and the advances that we've made. Now, we are not stopping with the bridge, although we originally were going to. Because of the overwhelming support we've had from the fans and also from celebrities, we are expanding this to include other rooms of the Enterprise as well. We're going to include, I believe, first is 10 forward, and then the Captain Ready room. We're going to include transporter, engineering, all the rooms you see on the show we're going to include. But we're not stopping there either. We're expanding beyond that. We're also going to create an interactive science fiction museum, something that has not been done before. It'll be the same basic premise as what we have here, but we're including other forms of sci-fi as well. We're also going to be putting in Battlestar Galactica, Metropolis, Firefly, Serenity, Doctor Who, Star Wars, all of that in there. It'll be Like I said, same thing as this. You won't be standing behind ropes and watching it. You'll be able to go and touch and look at everything. We're 100% nonprofit. The reason that we are is because when we get this set up, we want it to be free for everybody to come and visit.
You've got me sold. I'm done.
All right. Well, we will actually also be at Space City Con in Houston. And when we come, we will have the full bridge minus the walls. We won't have the touchscreens in yet because that'll imply a more permanent solution. But we're going to have a ribbon cutting ceremony with Denise Crosby, who of course played Tasha Yar on the show.
Very nice. Perfect. Well, I will be seeing you then. Thank you so much again.
Misfit girl, shields to maximum.
No. Misfit girl, fire torpedoes.
Hey man, I'm the captain, you're Riker.
No, I'm the captain, you're Riker. You're the one with the goatee, I've got the bald head.
Hey, this is why we don't play games together, man.
I'm tired of you. Fire torpedoes, though.
I'm here with Nicole Marie Jean, and today I want to find out, first off, how long have you been cosplaying for?
I've been doing it for 2 years now. I started in May 2011.
And what got you into it? You just wanted to really take that next step into the world of geekiness?
Yeah, definitely. I've always been into comic books, video games, sci-fi, and everything like that. And I've also always been to arts and crafts, always making things. So I put the combination together to get into this hobby.
What do you think is the hardest part of cosplay?
Making some of the costumes. I've had a lot of challenges. Like I just started doing scale mail. I do a lot of armor now, and a lot of injuries, a lot of crying. So that's probably the most difficult part of it.
What do you put into thought as far as like picking out a character? You know, what determines, okay, I'm going to do this character or this character?
I have to love the character, or I'm not going to put all the time and effort into the costume itself. I also like the character design. I go for a lot of male characters because I love more of the male characters than the female characters, and also I like their design. A lot of them have a lot of armor and different pieces that would be a challenge to make, so I look at that.
Now, because you're cosplaying male characters a lot of the time, how do you turn that into something that's your own, since obviously you're having to change the way that it would fit you?
I imagine if comic book artists were to draw the character as a female, so that's what I did with Lady Bane. I thought, how would a comic book character, translate that into a female character?
If you had any advice for cosplayers out there that are just getting their feet, kind of in the water, what would you say to them?
I always say have a lot of fun with it. It's not a competition. It may look like it in different aspects and everything, but it's not. It's about having fun and showing your love of the character. We're all doing, the same thing, just, we all love the same geeky stuff. So have fun with it and, just do a lot of experimenting. It's a lot of trial and error. Just, jump right in.
So I see that you have your mask right here that you made, your female Bane mask. Tell me a little bit about how you constructed this.
I did a lot of with materials that I had at home. I built it on top of a plastic mask like you would find at a craft store. It's a full face plastic mask, looks like a doll mask. On top of it, I have a dollar speaker that I got at like Walmart or dollar store. That's how I breathe out of it. There are straws, there's lollipop sticks on there, there's fabric from a backpack, I have foam on there, and then on top of it all is air dry clay. So it's pretty cheap to make.
I'm impressed with the lollipop sticks. That's neat.
I have a sweet tooth. I'm crazy about candy, so I'm like making it. I'm like, this will work.
Woman after my own heart. Awesome. I love it. We just finished up the costume contest here at Comicpalooza 2013, and today I have with me Batman, aka Spenser in real life. Today, I just wanted to find out from you what your criteria is for judging competitions like these.
This is my first time actually judging a costume contest. It was kind of weird being a cosplayer, judging other cosplayers. It felt a little weird, but the way I judged it is you can't really take... I mean, I do love Assassin's Creed, so I picked a guy for my judges award, but I didn't let that kind of interfere with what I saw up there. You saw a wide variety of stuff. Some stuff I'm not familiar with. But I definitely looked at, attention to detail in costume, people staying in character for certain stuff, acting out, a little extra flavor to it, which was kind of cool. And there was a cuteness factor with the little kids, so that always gets you too. So.
What do you typically judge a cosplay based on?
Usually I'll ask the contestants like how much time and effort basically they put into making their cosplays. Did they learn any new techniques? Because sometimes you have to learn something like totally brand new, whether it's making armor, maybe learning how to do like a certain type of body paint if you want to cosplay like some totally blue character, And those are they're all artistic traits that are difficult to achieve, but if people practice enough, they can get it done. So I take that into account a lot versus just like how well was it made. I tend to judge like how much heart and effort did you put into it.
What would have been your second favorite if not for the Link and Assassin's Creed crossover?
I loved we picked them as one of the other ones. It was the Lego group. I thought that was really cool and original. I've seen Lego groups before, but just not those characters and not that design, so it was pretty cool to see the Huntress, what I've never seen something like that, so it's pretty interesting.
Do you typically also judge based off of if they actually portray their character?
Yes, if they're in character, like I remember one time that I did a cosplay contest, there was this Deadpool, and he was just, he was all over the place, just like Deadpool would be, and he was hilarious, and that was awesome.
And do you accept this man's resignation?
Well, as a fellow cosplayer, I can definitely appreciate your work. So thank you for judging us and judging the awesome competition. Hey guys, Misfit Girl 66 here at Comicpalooza 2013. Actually wrapping up my day. I got to meet so many amazing cosplayers today. I got to interview Nicole Marie Jean, Maria Ramos, Mariedoll. Really just had a blast, and since it's what I love and I got to see other people doing what they love, it was a ton of fun. So come check us out next year at Comicpalooza 2014.